Welcome everyone, I'm Jordan Sharp. Even though we're only in the month of June, it is time to start taking a look at some of the Week 1 NFL odds that are out across the sports books across the globe. And we have a lot of value that's cropping up potentially here this summer. And as we speculate as to what these teams will look like come September, we might be able to pinpoint some of the better value in Week 1 as we have a lot of extra time to handicap this week of the NFL. And we're taking a look now at some of the games that could have some value. And one of them is the Vikings heading into St. Louis to play the Rams. And the Rams come in as a 6-point favorite in this game against the Minnesota Vikings with a total of 45.5. And a lot of these, both these teams, have a lot of question marks heading into the season. Obviously, the Vikings' big question is who will be starting at quarterback by the time this Week 1 game actually happens in the Edward Jones Dome in St. Louis. Could it be Matt Castle? Could it be Teddy Bridgewater? Who knows? But either way it goes, Vikings aren't going to have a great shot at being a great offensive team, I think, in Week number 1, even if Bridgewater is at least comparable to start in Week number 1. The Rams have a very good defense, and I think a very underrated defense at that. I think they will be on display against the weak Vikings offense in Week number 1. They'll be able to load up to stop Adrian Peterson. Their running defense is probably going to be one of the better ones in the NFL. I think St. Louis has the potential to be a top 10 rushing defense in the NFL this season. Their front seven is extremely good. And I think it will give AP and whoever's starting at quarterback a lot of problems with the pass rush that they have. And it goes very good defensive ends and linebackers as well. I think the Minnesota secondary also could still be very vulnerable. They were one of the worst units in football last year at trying to stop the pass. And with Sam Bradford coming in, really is the only question mark in St. Louis for this very, very young team. If he can perform like he was before he got hurt last season, the St. Louis Rams, I think, absolutely have a little bit of value at 6-point favorites at home. Bradford, if you look at him during the preseason, he looks like a comparable quarterback once again, starting to live up to that hype where he was on pace for almost 4,000 yards and over 30 touchdowns last year before getting hurt. I just don't think Minnesota has enough on offense or in the secondary to be able to slow down this young, very dynamic Rams offense with Tavon Austin, Chris Gibbons, and everybody else that's lining up on beside them. So I think Rams -6 could be the play here in this Week 1 matchup. Add it to your NFL speculative picks this offseason. But until then, I'm Jordan Sharp, and this has been another edition of the Sharp Pick.